YouTube, what is going on, guys? I'm bringing you guys a brand new video. I have two. I don't want to enter my Yahoo settings, but today I'm bringing you guys a Division review as you clicked on the video for, and I'm going to be honest with you guys from start to finish. And to be honest, the Division is very underwhelming, and it starts off with its story that needs some work, and here's why. So you start as a Division agent that is just basically being deployed, and from there on out, you will deploy from whatever. You deploy from, wait, not Brooklyn, I think it's actually Brooklyn, but you start off there, and you will move on to actually New York, Times Square, all that stuff, and what happened is that a virus is broken out, and basically each group has started to migrate what they think is okay and what people think is okay. You have the basic civilians, you have people that just want to burn stuff, you have the rioters that don't care, they want to just, it's all hell's broken loose, and everything goes, and the Rikers that are broken out of jail, and you know they just want to cause shit, so, so you will start off doing missions for 3 separate people. You basically are trying to find a cure and stop these groups as well from attacking civilians. You have the security that tries to kill, or I guess subdue, the villains. You have the tech that tries to upgrade you, your abilities, yourself, the Division. And you have the medical wing, which tries to find the cure for the virus. But from what, that's basically it. And then they say, go kill shit. And I don't get, I don't know if this was this is the story from the get-go, because there was none of this, someone bought it out. This was ridiculous. I don't get what is so hard in these loot shooters to do a proper story. I don't get it. I've seen it once happen with Destiny, and then I've seen it once with the Division. I don't get what is hard here. You make a story. Ubisoft does make shitty stories, and they haven't made a good story in a while. But I had hope. I had a slim hope that this could do it. But it failed again. Ubisoft has failed in the story department, and guess what? It's sequel baited. They didn't finish the story. They didn't give you a satisfying finish. It's sequel baited. And I don't want to spoil, but that is it. It sequel baits. Because, as you guys know, Ubisoft is not making a game unless it's a franchise. Yay. But, now, let's get into the gameplay. If this game reminds me to a degree of a clunkier Gears of War, and what I mean by clunky is that the combat, the shooting's fine, but the cover-to-cover needs a lot of work. And what was bad about it is that I've tried this with 4 controllers, and I know this isn't the problem, because this hasn't happened in any single one. But whenever I want to look out, so imagine cover, I'm behind cover, and I want to look out this way, or this way, I'm going to go, oh, no, and then I'm just going to look out this way, and I'm like, no, go over that way. It's frustrating, to say the least. This game needs a lot of work done to it. The game's clunky. The combat for what itself is pretty fun. If you play this game solo, for the longest of time when I was playing this game solo, I didn't enjoy it. I was absolutely not having a bit of fun, because when you play the game solo, the game is not even worth playing. Unless you have friends, I highly recommend to not pick up this game. If you were playing this game specifically to play the game by yourself, do not buy it. Save your $60. And as you guys know, I worked at GameStop for a little bit. I did buy the gold edition for this game, of the strict fact of, I knew I was going to buy the season pass for this game. I thought the season pass was going to be good, and I thought if I was going to buy it at all, which I'm pretty sure I was, because a whole bunch of my friends were going to, so I was like, I'll buy it, and I'll get it at a discounted rate with the season pass. So I was like, it's a no-brainer. I don't get the discount now, so I did end up paying the full price for it. But It's absolutely... They didn't... Now, I don't want people to think this game didn't have content. It took me a good 4 to 5 days to beat this game. This isn't me... The story just sucked. It's not that there's not enough content in there. The one thing that I don't like, though, and how they did it, is they force you to do side missions. There's no just going to play story mission to play story mission. You have to do side missions, and you have to do a lot of them. And I find that rather annoying because it's ridiculous. It's 100% ridiculous to say that I have to do side missions to make your game longer that you could honestly beat if there was no level system. Let's just say that the story missions did not have a level system. You could just go through it. That game, main story, is less than 4 hours, 100%. I'll give it. It's a little bit over 4 hours. A little bit over 4 hours. And I did the math. There is only 3 cutscenes after the tutorial. 3. 3 after the beginning tutorial. If you count the opening cutscene for the game, the opening one. So, and all in, there's 4 that take you out of game. That take you 100%, you are not in control. There's 4 cutscenes. There's the opening tutorial one. And then you do each 3 after you complete the final missions for each of the wings. You get a tiny cutscene with each individual. And it's... What? 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 And so last night I had my friend Matthew Huchin, it's not the one that you normally see in Hipster's Place. He's another Matthew that's in the group, and we basically rushed through the game. Co-op wise, this game saves itself just a little bit. A little bit. I don't want to spoil the story. The ending is garbage. It's a piece of shit. The co-op saved itself from bits and pieces. So this morning when I woke up, what did I decide to do? Let's try out the Dark Zone. The Dark Zone, while it adds bits and pieces to the gameplay, it doesn't save it from what it is. A game that simply was not finished and needed a lot more work done. I don't know if it's just me when it comes to these types of loot, grindy ass shooters. I can't get behind them if you don't give me a proper story. I'm okay with grind. Diablo did it perfectly. Diablo 3 actually had a beginning, middle, and end. And then there's stuff for you to grind for better gear. And I'm okay with that. That's perfect. But give me a satisfying beginning, middle, and end first. And the final boss is underwhelming. It's stupid. The game doesn't do anything to revolutionize itself in the Division. It's a simple shooter MMO that was not that great. And with all this being said, you guys are saying to yourself, Tyler, you have not one positive thing to say about this game so far. And I'm telling you, there are 2 positives to this game. The co-op makes this game a little bit more playable. The second is it looks pretty as hell. No matter what you play it on, the game looks awesome. I cannot take that away from Ubisoft. Whatever the hell you play this on, you are going to enjoy the pretty visuals. But pretty visuals doesn't save a pile of shit at the end of the day. And with this being said, what do I give the Division? With clunky controls, a bad story, a dark multiplayer that doesn't salvage and just is simply there for people to get pissed off in. And if you go in there alone, you're going to get screwed, and you're going to get screwed quickly. The PvP doesn't add that much. It's a simple matter of who's going to kill me. But you can go in and not have to do anything. You can literally just sit at a combat zone, wait for people to about to deploy their shit, and go, boop, dead. The game's PvP doesn't add much to a game that needs so much more content. And guess what? They hid it behind a $40 season pass. The Division is a game that needs a lot of work done before I think anyone needs to go into it. And especially do not buy this game if you do not have friends that are going to be buying it with you. The Division is a black game with nothing to add on it. And my final score for The Division is a 4 out of 10. Slightly below average. And you guys are saying to yourself, Tyler, that's a really rough score. The game's pretty, and it's fun in co-op for a slight hand. The game is fun while it's in co-op, but if you don't have internet, which of course you have to have internet to play this game, so I can't knock it for that. But if you don't have friends that are buying it, and you just said, okay, I just want to play this game, you are shit out of luck. The game is hard, stupidly hard at points for the bosses that don't even, the bigger versions with more health and just basically longer range. That is it. With all this said, like I said, The Division gets a 4 out of 10, and I've crashed so many times in The Division on Xbox One. It is ridiculous. Guys, I don't have much more to say about this. Tell me what you think of The Division down in the comments below. I don't want people to think The Division is completely broken, but it kind of is. It crashes a lot. The story's shit. It's got 4 cutscenes after the tutorial. After the tutorial, it's got 3. There's nothing else fun about this game. Except that it's fun in co-op, slightly, and it's got good visuals. That's it. So this all being said, The Division gets a 4 out of 10. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, favorite, share, comment, and subscribe for more content here on the channel. Look out for another video later today. I'm doing double uploads on Wednesday, which is today, and then Friday. I'm basically trying to make up for last week's that I didn't really upload anything. So I'm sorry about that, but see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Bye. Goodbye.